Just had a drop off here, Team Denver. Jared sent me a message this morning, Mayday Monday. Can you guys help us out? Well, blow the head gasket. And they want to convert this thing to top fuel hoop. I have to put a sleeve in the block. The problem is they need it done ASAP. Well, I'm a racer, just like most of you guys out there. So when you got to get your stuff done, we can typically make it happen. Like I said, we do everything here. We don't got to source nothing out. So really, we can work, around the clock if we need to get it done for you. It's in their heads here. I'm going to weld them up, get them ready to be top fuel hoop. Hope we'll have this job done for me tomorrow. We'll see.
Got him!
Oh, look at that.
Got the block here, got it boogered up, so we're going to cut this out. We'll fill a little weld in here, come back, deck it off. Should be good as new. All right, so we got this thing welded up. It didn't take a lot of weld, so we'll get her in the CNC, machine it off, and we'll see what it looks like next. Cylinder head, Corbin's got it set up. We're servicing it, getting ready for top fuel hoop. Now that all the welding's done for that, we'll move right along over here. This CNC, Scott's going to get the block and get the sleeve, put back in it. Welding's done, of course. Now we'll be able to get it up back in the machine and see what we can do to get this thing back together for him. All right, so we got this head, surface looks way better. The next step now, we're gonna run our top fuel loop program.
I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
Basically what we're doing now is cutting the groove, figuring out what depth we want to make it. Then once we get the depth set, we'll make them all the same. All right, so we're back working on the block. Scott, he's pretty fast. He's already got the sleeve put in it. Scott's got all these sleeves seated in and whatnot. And if you'll look, this side is actually not the side that torched out. This sleeve is down right at 5 thousandths below the deck. And all we did was seat it down. But my point is, that could have very well been, see how the sleeve is definitely lower than the block. And what happens is, this guy right here, it loses all its crush on the fire ring of the hoop. And therefore, once it loses that, then it's so easy for it to blow it out. Keep in mind, this is the side that we repaired. We still got to deck it off and whatnot. But nonetheless, that's why it's so important to make sure your sleeves are seated in right. And also, we find this a problem with blocks straight from the factory. If they don't get seated in there right, and then it gets ran, next thing you know, when the block gets hot, the sleeve will then sink, therefore losing the seal, and then it'll squirt the head gasket right out of it. So when we do it, we always seat the sleeves even on new blocks. And then in cases like this, what we're going to do is actually deck this thing off. Then we're going to come back and do a profile deck on this thing. And then that's going to actually leave the sleeve around 1 thou, maybe 2 thou above the aluminum surface here. Because if you just flat deck it, that's good, don't get me wrong, and it will work. But we like to leave the sleeves out just a little bit, give you a little head start on thermal expansion from the aluminum block to the iron sleeve. Right now what we're doing is probing in all the cylinders, that way we're getting the locations off everything. We got a plate made right off of bore centers, that way we know exactly where the cylinder should be in relation to where they actually are. In a lot of cases, we may have to shift the cylinders to make them where they're supposed to be. Alright guys, so block's out of CNC now. We're going over to the cylinder hone. Zach's going to touch these cylinders up so we can get this thing out the door, get it back to the team member board. Got the other head being cut right now. Won't be too much longer and both heads will be complete. We're going to do a little blending around one of the chambers over at the weld. Here we are, end of the day on, what is today? Today's Tuesday. Yep. This block in Team Denver got dropped off last night. Now Preston just finished up, getting it wrapped up, the studs back in it. All right guys, so we got Team Denver's stuff done. They're on the way here to get it right now. So pretty much a 24-hour turnaround. Able to get, sleeve knocked out, sleeve put in, block welded in between that, top fuel hoop on the cylinder heads, touch cylinders up as far as the honing is concerned, get her cleaned up, wrapped up, ready to rock and roll. They'll pick it up. I'm sure they'll put it together, or maybe they got someone else going to do that. But we did knock the machine work out. One thing about it, the reason why we're able to pull something like this off is because we don't sub nothing out. We have all the machines here to where we can do anything and everything to the blocks, heads, whatever we need to do. And we have really nice equipment. If you're ever in the area, you want to stop by and kind of do a tour of the shop, please, we welcome you guys to come on in. We will definitely give you guys a tour of the shop. I think you'll be impressed with what we have to offer here. I'm a racer just like a lot of you guys, and what we offer is an expedite service as far as getting your machine work done and equipped promptly manner just like this. It comes down to whatever it takes to get the job done. We're going to start offering an expedite service for machine work. The only thing is, we can only control what we control. Let's just say if it's a part, valve, or anything like that, we cannot control in some instances all that. So at that point, you're at the mercy of the manufacturer we're getting the parts from. But as far as machine work, we can definitely get it done.